Hello people of the internet, my name is Bojack and welcome to another Xenoverse video. Today I want to talk about the recent announcement that we got that there will be more DLC for Xenoverse 2 coming out. No, it's not Xenoverse 3, but they did mention that they want to keep the game going, they want to keep bringing content to it, so we're going to be getting more DLC characters. And recently we just had one of them leaked, which was Super Baby Vegeta from GT, which I was going to put on this list, but now I can't because he's already been announced. So here are my top 10 characters I want to see in the game that don't include Baby Vegeta because he was already announced. First up on the list, I have Super Saiyan God Vegeta. So I feel like we could do something really cool with him in the fact that in the manga, when they have him go Super Saiyan God, he uses it to bump up to blue. So it'd be pretty cool if some of his attacks had him transform into blue. It shouldn't be too hard to do actually, because all you're doing is just changing his hair color, and we've already got Super Saiyan Blue in the game established. All you have to do is just bulk him up slightly and then put him into blue, have him transform down to red. But honestly, the reason I have him so low on the list is because they seem to be very keen on ignoring anything from the manga. So the odds of him getting in the game are very, very slim at best. So it'd be cool, but I don't think it's going to ever happen. Next up on the list, I have King Vegeta. So I feel like King Vegeta would be fun just in the fact that he was already in Tenkaichi 3. And so we already have an established mold to go off with him. Plus that ultimate that he uses in it where he's like a backhand Gallop gun. It's pretty cool, not gonna lie. Plus, we have Goku's dad in the game. We already have Bardock, so why not also put Vegeta's dad in the game? Plus, imagine King Vegeta being put in the story at some point. We already had that weird fun little thing with Bardock, so imagine King Vegeta being thrown in at least once or twice in the story. It would be nice if they just did something with Bardock in the first place, but either way, King Vegeta would be a fun little addition. Next up on the list, I have Demigra. Demigra falls into the same category as Baby Vegeta, where he just kind of feels like a obligame. I mean, he's been in there since the first game, and he was put into the second game via the Extra Story DLC. In both instances, he seems fully playable and has his own unique moves. So it'd be really cool to be able to play as him finally, even if it is DLC. But then again, they did sell Toa and Mira as DLC in the first game, so it's not like they're against doing it again. And again, he just looks fun. Like, it looks like it'd be fun to play as him because he is unique to it. Plus, who wouldn't want to play as the guy who got to say, "Toki Toki!" Next up on the list is a three-way tie because I really couldn't put one over the other on this, and it would help diversify the list a little bit better. I have Toppo in both his normal and the God of Destruction versions, and Dispo, because I feel like they'd be fun to put in the game simply on the fact that there'd be more Tournament of Power cats being put in. And Dispo also looks really fun, being super speedy. Toppo could be kind of sort of like the Ginyu Force, where after every one of his attacks he poses and stuff, so you could, make sure that people always know about your justice. And God of Destruction, Toppo was friggin' intimidating. At least, to some people anyway. And I just feel like it'd be a good addition to the cast. Plus, again, more Tournament of Power cast means more likely to have Tournament of Power story come Xenoverse 3. The next entry on the list is actually a bit of a curveball. I want Gine, however the hell you want to pronounce her name. I feel like it'd be fun to put her into a game. Just simply the fact that she only had the manga adaptation of Dragon Ball Minus, so she's never been in the game. She's been on a couple of cards for actually just the Super Card game, and we've never heard what her voice would be like. And on top of that, she'd be brand new as a character. We never got to see her do anything, so they had to make up something. It's kind of like when they put Tarble in Raging Blast. They just kind of made something up for him. And it's debatable what we got was good, but I think it'd be interesting to put Gine into a game. I really do, because we already have Goku's dad. Why not get Goku's mom? It'd be nice to have more Saiyan females into this roster. Just more females in general, actually. So with Dragon Ball Legends coming out, I feel like this character is more likely than not to be added into the game. And showing that he was one of the first sparking units that we got on Legends, it's Pikkon. Honestly, Pikkon is an old fan favorite. He was from that one filler arc, but people immediately grew to him. People actually really like him. And I think it'd be fun to have him just because, for one, his Thunder Flash move would be really awesome to have on characters. And on top of that, we'd have the full Fusion Reborn cast. You know, I know that's not what he's from, but he was put into it. We have Gogeta, we have Janemba. All we need really is Fat Janemba and Pikkon, and we'd fill out the entire roster. So I would love to play as Pikkon again. I've always liked it when you can play as him in games. It just doesn't happen as often as I think it should. Speaking of Legends of the character, I think you guys were probably going to expect me to say in the last one, I'm going to put Shallot on the list. I feel like it'd be really fun to put him in the game, just on the fact that you'd have another character that's new, would be completely unique, and on top of that, he's voiced by Kagi Films. It'd be really nice to give Kagi some more work besides just the couple of voice lines he gets for Dragon Ball Legends. Get him more involved in the game and have him be a fully fleshed out character. Hell, you could have him just be a time patroller that comes, you know, in, and your character has to help him with learning the ropes of being a time patroller. It'd be a really fun thing. You could flesh out the character more, and you'd have more opportunities to, you know, get to hear Kagi say some voice lines. It'd be awesome. Win-win situation for all, in my opinion. Okay, there hasn't been a single time on any wanted characters or fighters for Xenoverse where I haven't seen this guy on the list. It's Master Frickin' Roshi. Everyone wants him in the game. I don't know why, but it would just be awesome to have Roshi in the game. Even if he has low stats, even if he's not that great of a character, I still want Roshi in the game. For a couple of reasons. One, he has, you know, we have most of his moves in the game, so that's a thing. But on top of that, if they ended up making a Xenoverse 3 and he was DLC for Xenoverse 2, means he'd be in the base game by default. Imagine having Roshi as a mentor. That would be awesome. An awesome little throwback to the old school Dragon Ball fans. They already did the rock throwing minigame and the milk minigame, but just imagine Roshi being the one to give those. Or to be able to have him just be your mentor. It'd be nice to have an old school Dragon Ball throwback mentality. Next up on the list is going to be a bit of a curveball. I want Yamcha in his baseball outfit. I think that'd be hilarious to have baseball Yamcha. And I'm not simply talking about a preset. No. I'm talking, I want a fully fleshed out baseball Yamcha character. I want him to have a baseball bat in his moveset, kind of like Trunks where he just uses it once in a while. I want him to have super attacks involving the baseballs being slung at people and having a hard hit, you know, for the ultimate attack, and that big slugger swing. That would be just amazing. And if we could give him the stats of a DLC character like most of them have, you would have a viable Yamcha to be able to beat people up with in his baseball outfit. Just, that would be incredible. And I want it so bad. And now for the three characters I'm sure you were expecting to be on the list the second I put Toppo and Dispo together. It's Caulifla, KO, and Kefla. I think the three of them would be a very fun addition to the list because, again, more females to the roster because we only have like 4. And on top of that, I do enjoy them personally. Not so much Kale and not so much Kefla, but I do enjoy Caulifla at least as a character. But on top of that, they're also kind of hit or miss in the community. Most people either like them or hate them. Some people are just indifferent, but a lot of people don't like them. And it's just so much more fun to use a character like Bojack, like Jiren, that you know people don't really like them, but you still beat them with that character. I want to be able to do that with Caulifla, with Kale, and with Kefla. Because I know there's going to be people that are going to get salty about the fact that they not only lost to a girl, but a girl character that they can't stand. So that has been my list for today. Who would you like to see in this game? Comment down below your picks, and I'll catch you all in the next video. Later.